Do you have bunions? Are you considering having surgery on them? Well, follow along because I want to show you ways you might be able to help prevent surgery and get your foot and toes feeling better. So generally there's a couple different things that can contribute to bunions that we see. One is having ill-fitting shoes. So wearing pointy shoes that kind of squeeze your toes at the end. That can contribute to that. Or wearing higher heels has also been shown to be a contributing factor to bunions. And so making sure you have proper footwear, getting shoes that have a lower heel on them or more flat can help get your foot functioning correctly and help keep that from forming. And so what I want to mainly talk about though is if you do have them, what are some things you can do to start to reverse them and prevent the surgery? And so when we're looking at bunions, what's causing that or contributing to that is we get tight muscles here in the bottom of our foot. So our adductor hallucis muscle, which is right in the center, kind of comes down at an angle here, will kind of pull on that toe and pull that toe in. And so we want to try and release that muscle and get that functioning correctly. And so one way I do that is I either get in there with my hands and work with people to loosen that muscle up, lengthen it up, or you can get a ball like this and just put that underneath your foot, and you're going to roll that kind of at an angle, a little bit underneath there, and it's probably going to be a little tender, and you're just going to find those tender spots and kind of work on those to try and loosen them up. Okay, so you also want to go right across the base of your toes and work those muscles also right up there. And that starts to get those muscles to loosen up, allow those toes to start functioning a little bit better. One of the other things that I like a lot and have seen people have some success with is what are called correct toes. And what they're just things that you can go online and buy them, and you'll just put them in between each of your toes. So when you're sleeping at night, it starts to spread those out. And there's several different kinds, and you can find what works best for you. But then there's some exercises you can do to start strengthening the muscles that are actually going to start to pull those toes back into the position that they should be. And one of my favorites or types of exercises I think you can do are what are called basically foot core exercises. And so if you're looking at my feet, they're not too pretty right now. I just got done with an ultra marathon, so I've got some black toes. But one thing you want to do is you're sitting here, you want to take your big toes, push those into the ground, and lift all your other toes up. And if you're doing this correctly, you're going to see your arch start to lift a little bit, and you're also going to feel that almost like it's cramping in your arch. Now, if you can't do this, that's fine. Not many people can do this when they first start. So keep working at it. It's going to take some time to retrain your muscles to start to move like this. And so just continue to do that. And I'd work to try and do a set of 10 a day, each day for the first little while. And then as you start to see that you can do that, bump it up and work up to where you're doing 3 sets of 10. And then there's the opposite of what I just showed you, where you push all your other toes into the ground and lift your big toe up. Now with this one, you want to be careful. What I see a lot of people do is they roll their foot out trying to get that big toe up. You want to think of your foot as a tripod. So you have a point back here under your heel, and then a point under your big toe and a point under your little toe. And all those points should stay flat and evenly pressured on the ground as you're doing this, and then you lift up your toes one way or the other, and you don't roll your foot out or in to try and get those toes up. And so as you can get that foot flat on the ground and start working those toes back and forth, that's going to allow you to start working those muscles that help pull those toes apart and get them back into proper position. Another one you can do, and now if you're have a severe case of bunion, this might not be the best exercise for you to do, but if you're more of a mild to moderate, this might be good. But you can just take that big toe, push it, put your finger underneath it, and then push into it. Or if you have like an elastic band, you can wrap that around there, same thing, just kind of push that big toe in there. Now if you have a severe case, that exercise has actually shown that sometimes it can almost increase the bunion and make it a little bit worse. So just be careful if you do have some more of a severe case. But those are some exercises you can start with and start to loosen that foot up and start to help correct those bunions. If you have questions and want to know more about what you can do, give me a call and I'd be glad to go over it and see what we can do to help you out and get your feet feeling better.